so good.
Yeah.
Yay. Our next reader is Matthew James DeCoster. He's been published in Sparkle and Blink and fullofcrow.com. His short story, How Patrick Learned to Twirl, is being published by Harlot Sauce. He's been featured at Quiet Lining, Anger Management, Clattering Loom, Inside Storytime, Portuguese Artist Colony, and Litquake. Matthew is production assistant at Literary Deathmatch and served on the editorial staff of 14 Hills. He's currently on the Litquake Planning Committee and working on his first novel, The House of Worth. Please join me in welcoming Matthew.
So you took away all my stories about waiting, by the radio for that song so you could hit record. And today I was revising this a little bit, revising my mixtape for you, and I have Pandora on. And I decided that Pandora is the only woman who's really ever understood me. She gets me. My piece is very short, so I'm going to take this moment and tell someone named Matthew Carhart that I'm glad I'm not the person that I'm writing about in this poem. This collage, whatever you want to call it, and while we've never exchanged a mixtape, your music. This is titles, lyrics, and labels. Suddenly, last summer, I was a cat on a hot tin roof, surrounded by summer and smoke. And I wanted to be a werewolf of London, London town, where it was a foggy day, and the bridge over troubled water was falling down. And I wanted it to be April in Paris. I love Paris in the springtime, I love Paris in the fall, and moonlight in Vermont, while falling in love again. We were lawyers in love. Love, sweet love. Love will keep us together. Endless love. But, Jolene, I look at love from both sides now. You. Why can't you give me the respect I'm entitled to? You're so vain. Yet no one, baby, can get in the way of what I feel for you. You're the one. You're still the one. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good. Baby, you're so good. If you put on a happy face, not a funny face, not a face in the crowd, baby, we couldn't get much higher with high hopes. Bali high, high on a hill. It calls to me and you and a dog named Blue, me and my shadow. But I am the blue dog now, running through streets with no names. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I should. Knowing me, knowing you, looking at love from both sides now. If I were a lineman for the county, listening to Mexican radio, if I were a carpenter, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, in the early morning rain, raindrops keep falling on my head. Here comes the rain again, they'd say. Now it's purple rain. It's raining men. Cool, cool water, creating our river deep, mountain high. Hold me, our situation, our troubled bridge. Jolene, sister of mercy, don't go, stay, rock me, help. Yesterday, upstairs at Eric's, he asked me, he said, rumor has it, Johnny, are you queer? I am, I said. Jolene, I'm not just a page in your diary, a bad connection, reckless. Breaking up is never easy. Don't think twice. I will always love you. Me and my shadow, both sides now.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. It's nice to see so many friends here. I feel very supported, and I should have said this at the beginning. I do work with Litquake. You should go to litquake.org if you haven't been to a Litquake event. We have something called Epicenter that happens throughout the year. The next one is with Adam Johnson at Tosca. You can check that out online. but litquake.org for non-published writers, people that have been published, people like Bang Out who have been part of the Lit Crawl for the last couple of years and are supporters, and will be back. The deadline to submit for the crawl is May 31st, but support Litquake. It's a uniquely San Francisco thing, and we're going into our 13th year. Thanks a lot.